Welcome back. We have an update for you for Monoblue in Pioneer. The previous list I took to an RCQ for some giggles, and it turned out it was pretty mediocre, but we learned that the curve was too high, so we slimmed down our curve and have a new budget Monoblue control, essentially a draw-go strategy. So your plan is to draw a card, play a land, and say go while hitting your land drops. And if your opponent tries to do something, you can counter it with Phantom Interference, or you can cast Fairy Mastermind if there's nothing to counter. You can also counter things with 3 steps ahead, which can also make copies of tokens, or make copies of cards as tokens, draw you cards and discard some cards. So it's basically like a mini Sublime Epiphany. You can also counter spells with your lands. You can also counter spells with this free counter spell named Rewind. And when you untap 4 lands, you can play a Stoic Sphinx, which is hexproof unless you cast a spell, but plans to shut the game off in a few turns, being a 5 power flyer. You can also bounce your opponent's threats back to their hand with either Channeler or Into the Royal while drawing you a card, and when they cast those spells again, you counter them. You also have the chance to bounce them back with Brazen Borrower and also attack with them in the air. So basically all these creatures fly. We also are adding budget rare Haughty Jin to the mix, which also makes your spells cost 1 less, so you can apply more pressure while being able to play your counter spells. Our lands also can do some attacking. I do like this Crawling Barrens as a budget winner, because if you're not doing anything, you can put 2 counters on it and not have it become a land, so it doesn't have to become a target for a removal spell until it's ready to do some business and attack for a whole lot. Otawara, very good at bouncing something. And then also Hall of Storm Giants as another land that is very powerful late game as a way to win the game too. So that's basically it. Monoblue control, budget, draw, go in Explore and Pioneer. Sideboard, we're also using some more budget counter spells, Annul and Negate. Not sure if we need both of them, but that's what we're running right now. Damping Sphere and Unlicensed Hearse for Graveyard. The Sphere for combo decks. Mystical Dispute is a nice card to use against us. That is kind of a weakness of this deck, so we put some in the board as well. And then Ashiok, another way to stop decks from searching, and graveyard removal. There you have it. Monoblue Drago, Monoblue Tempo, Monoblue Control. Thanks for watching.